Welcome to Meet the Candidate with your host, Sulani Madsen. Meet the Candidate is your opportunity to see local candidates and hear about the experiences that have shaped their lives. Meet the Candidate is a nonpartisan community project brought to you by your friends at the Ponderosa Republican Women's Club, North by Northwest Digital, We Believe We Vote, and the McGarry Law Office, the landlord's attorney. Now, here's Sulani.
Welcome to this edition of Meet the Candidate, and my guest today is Ted Olson, who is running for the Medical Lake City Council. Welcome, Ted.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, it's a pleasure to be able to offer this opportunity to municipal candidates because those are very important races. They affect everybody's life on a daily basis. So just a little bit of introduction about yourself. That's all our purpose is today. And, well, where did you grow up and go to school?
I've lived in Eastern Washington my entire life. I was born in Colfax, Washington, spent my school years in Walla Walla, and then spent another quarter of a century in Pomeroy, Washington, and I moved up here to Medical Lake in 1993.
Okay. Was there an experience after high school, in college, or other kinds of training?
I've had several things. What I liked the most was probably farming. I did that for a number of years. I farmed and had 17 harvests in a row.
Yeah, getting 17 harvests without a hitch is quite an accomplishment, actually.
Still have all my fingers and toes.
That actually counts for something. As an EMT, I can attest to that. So what was your very first job that you remember?
As a kid, I mowed lawns in the neighborhood down in Walla Walla. I saw an older couple, and they were struggling mowing, and I asked them if I could help. And I had the job until I was 18.
So what did you learn from that experience?
I learned that a person can help another person, and it was rewarding. They were very nice people, and they were grateful that I helped them out.
So it was a mutually agreeable solution.
Yes, it was.
It was. So do you have some travel experiences that have perhaps helped shape how you approach the world?
I like to travel around the western United States. We've done some RVing, and we have family in California and clear back to New York. I haven't been back east for years and years, but it's been rewarding and fun to travel around and re-meet the family and have a good time, meet new friends everywhere.
So that's a good trait to have as a councilman, is the ability to meet new friends everywhere. Was there some particular incident that you happen to remember from those travels?
Oh my gosh, there are so many. I think one interesting thing that happened with me, as I said, I was born in Eastern Washington, lived in Washington my entire life, and I saw the Atlantic Ocean before I saw the Pacific Ocean.
Okay. Come to think of it, I think I did as well.
Wow.
I hadn't thought of it that way before, but that's kind of interesting. So you have been in Medical Lake for the last
24 years.
24 years, and I believe you were working for the state. So what brought you to Medical Lake?
I actually worked for the city of Pomeroy before that, and I was a wastewater treatment plant operator. I'm still a licensed operator, and I saw a flyer, and I applied for the job, and like Paul Harvey says, now you know the rest of the story.
So is your engineering training more on the job from the farmer side, or did you do some other training to earn that certification?
I took the college courses and several hands-on classes through WETRIC, and I've attended the WOW conference, which is Washington Water Operator Workshop, and I've attended those since 1986, and I help out with those to this day.
Okay. So is that something that you think is in a good piece of your background to bring to the city council?
Yes, because I did work for the city of Pomeroy for 13 years, and I was with the state for 21 years. So that, coupled with the farming experience that I had, kind of made me a jack of all trades, master of none. Well,
yes, that is the rest of that phrase, but still, it is a good background. So what particular skills besides that do you see as critical to the city council?
I also, when I worked with the state, I was very involved with the union. We had to be a union because we were a closed shop. And I took the opportunity when I worked for the state to go through the chairs. I became the local president. I held all the offices in the local and was fortunate enough to go statewide also. I was on the state executive board, and so I do have negotiating experience also.
Okay, so what unions does the City of Medical Lake negotiate with?
Well, they would negotiate some of their contracts that they have, let's say for big major projects like road construction, maybe some signage that has to be done, some things like that.
Okay. So not everybody steps up for public service. I know you weren't able to do that while you were working for the state, but now you were free to do it, but you could have done a lot of other things. Why choose public service?
I would rather be part of the solution than part of the problem. I see people that complain and don't do anything about it. I have attended the city council meetings for the last year and a half, almost all of them. There's not another candidate that can say that, and some city councilmen haven't come as often as I have.
Okay.
So I've kind of learned the workings of it. I know the city council on a first-name basis. I was actually asked by one of the council members to run. I took that as a great compliment.
That's great. What have you learned from observing the meetings?
That they are very short.
Ah.
And they cover their business real fast. And it really does not give the public a chance to express their opinions as well as they would like to.
So it might be a little too efficient.
It's very, very short and very efficient.
Okay. Well, we're getting close to our wrap-up, and I'm going to give you that last question, which is your opportunity to say, why should people vote for Ted Olson for the Medical Lake City Council?
I think I touched on that earlier, and that's that I would rather be part of the solution than part of the problem. Mm-hmm. I see where there are some downfalls with the city of Medical Lake. They're not major. I also know that I'm only going to be one candidate out of 7, and we do have a strong mayor form of government. Mm-hmm. So I would like to be a positive role for change, and essentially I would like to see things changed as far as the aesthetics of the city goes. Mm. You only have one chance for a first impression. Mm-hmm. So let's clean up the city, and I'm here to help. I want to listen to all of my constituents. If somebody says they want widgets on 1st and Main, I'll take it to the city council and say somebody wants widgets on 1st and Main, and let the council decide.
Okay. Well, it's great that you are stepping up to serve your community, and I appreciate you for taking us up on the offer to introduce yourself.
Well, thank you very much. I certainly do appreciate the time. Thank you
for coming.
Thanks for watching Meet the Candidate. Spokane Talks Online thanks our community-minded partners at Ponderosa Republican Women's Club, North by Northwest Digital, We Believe, We Vote, and the McGarry Law Office, the landlord's attorney, for helping make Meet the Candidate possible.